Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome into the St. Johns County Show that's on in the afternoon. Glad to have you here with us, and glad to have our favorite Canadian in studio.
Favorite guest alert! Ding, ding!
Jen Wills joining us, Flagler Care Connect, and we're going to talk about the Brave Summit. Brave Summit is coming up.
A lot of things growing, a lot of things changing. I'm excited to jump into this. Yeah,
man. So we will talk to Jen all about what's new, what's exciting. They're always up in their game on this every single year. It's very awesome, man.
Making some headspace.
Yeah.
Nice tease.
All right. I don't know what that meant, but I'll find out, I'm sure.
It's in your notes, sir. You'll get to it when you get there. Yeah.
Great. All right. We will start by telling you about our friends at Bozard Ford Lincoln. Since 1949, Bozard Ford Lincoln's been more than just a dealership. They're a family-owned beacon of trust right here in St. Augustine. They were founded on the principles of honesty, integrity, and community service, and that Bozard family tradition continues to thrive through generations. They got that state-of-the-art service facility with 91 climate-controlled service bays out there, quick lane for no appointment-needed maintenance, plus you can enjoy the comforts of their customer lounge and the unique flavors of Ford's Garage while you're there. They are the proud recipients of the prestigious Triple Crown Award and named Florida's Dealer of the Year by Dealer Rater, and their team is dedicated to providing an enjoyable and efficient experience. Bozard Ford Lincoln offers the best in pricing, selection, and service just off 95 and State Road 16, where your satisfaction is their mission, and they are driven to inspire. Also, our friends at the Bailey Group, who provide custom solutions for happy, healthy employees. Building the perfect plan to attract high-performing, loyal employees can be hard. Making sure that plan meets legal, regulatory, and other requirements can be even harder. You need a program that is customized for you, not something that's just an off-the-shelf package, one that's designed for your size, your location, your number of employees, the demographics, the type of business, and even more. Finding the right solutions depends on having a different perspective that sees the bigger picture as well as the intricate details. That's where the Bailey Group comes into the picture, bringing you the right people, technology, experience, and insights that can help you see and do so much more. They strive to take the headaches out of the process. You should let them do that for you. 904-461-1800. Why do you want headaches?
Yeah,
Headacheless process.
Open enrollment is November 1st, so now's the time to start getting with somebody from the Bailey Group to make sure that they streamline your plan just for you.
Yes. Good advice. Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
Also, a Lace Med Spa if you're looking for a relaxing and rejuvenating experience. It's a Lace Med Spa all the way. At Lace, they specialize in providing their clients with a wide range of luxurious spa treatments and advanced medical aesthetic procedures. Hydrofacials, Botox, dermal fillers, laser treatments, all that great stuff. Their expert staff going to work with you to develop a personalized treatment plan tailored to your unique needs and goals. And if you go in there and mention Davey's name and you're a first-time customer, you get $100 off.
That's amazing.
It is. It's a huge discount.
Absolutely.
Alace.com.
Don't forget about Juvederm Day. That's tomorrow. Buy one $75 gift card and get one free. Pretty awesome.
Yeah, that's right.
That's the way to do it.
It's a big deal. Speaking of big deals, our favorite Canadian,
Yes.
Jen Wills, joining us. How are you this afternoon?
I'm fabulous. Those
Good.
are some good deals you guys got going on
Yeah.
with the lace and everything.
Yes.
And I love that Davey threw that in there about open enrollment because everybody should be examining how their healthcare needs have changed over the years. Or over that year. So during open enrollment is that time. So I just love that. Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
But hi.
To get the plan ahead, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
So
it's
then
important.
November 1st, you just hit go, and then that's perfect.
Yes.
Yeah.
Taking care of yourself. You got to take care of yourself.
You know.
Yep.
Speaking of taking care of ourselves.
So, yes. Let's do that.
Yeah. What is new with Brave? You guys handled an impressive 3,201 referrals
Yes.
last year. Am I reading that right?
Yes.
What does that
The
mean for
need-
St. Johns County?
So it's St. Johns County and some of the other counties that we're in as well. Like that's all combined. So St. Johns, Clay, Nassau, Putnam, Volusia, Okaloosa. So it's just showing that the need is increasing. The need for help is increasing for navigating resources. I was just talking literally yesterday about how everybody thinks, okay, now we're on the downslide, pandemic is in the rearview mirror and things were supposed to maybe be alleviated after the pandemic. We haven't seen that. At UF Health St. John's at Care Connect, we have not seen a lighter load at all. So a lot more youth, but in a positive light, I think it means a lot more youth are talking about it. A lot more schools are talking about it. So the fact that we're getting more kiddos and families connected, that to me shows that there's conversations that are being had that we've been really striving for.
Well, mental health is a responsibility too nowadays. Where like, it used to be a disdain when people were like, like back in like my mom's era, where like you would say go to therapy. It's like, ooh,
Yeah.
And now it's like, wow, I want to be a better person. I want to learn about myself because there's so many intricacies inside that you have no idea. You have control over.
Yeah, and the belief, like you said, like about like therapy. Ooh, that was so bad. The old adage of you're sitting laying on the couch, and somebody in a suit's behind you, writing on a notepad.
Right.
They call it shrink,
Kinda
right?
shrink like you're shrinking your head.
Right.
There's so many ways, innovative ways that we're getting with youth. Like the pandemic gave us telehealth. Like it really pushed telehealth out into the communities. People are meeting in like coffee shops and things like that. So it's really, we had to pivot a lot during the pandemic, and it's still continuing, and it's good because it is addressing the needs. Unfortunately, we can't go back to pre-COVID.
Right.
Things have changed for the better, some for worse, but we're trudging through it. So, I mean, it's all good. It's all good.
With that high volume of referrals, how do you guys at Brave kind of maintain the quality of service?
It's a secret sauce.
Okay.
No,
All
I'm just
right.
kidding. I'm just kidding, right?
It definitely does.
But, people will often come say to me, because my role as the network partnership and expansion lead is really going out into communities to talk about Brave, how we can help your community. But behind the scenes, we are constantly refining processes. We're constantly hiring and training. Each county that we move into to help is different. So they have different needs, different nuances, different people that we have to talk to.
It's a different culture too in different counties.
Different
right?
culture. And we're also always trying to find, because the insurance landscape changes, right? Like who's accepting Medicaid, who's accepting TRICARE, who's accepting United, who's accepting all these different insurances. So it's literally, Brave is like a working document as we grow to handle the more load. We're doing things on the inside, hiring more staff, training more staff, bringing more providers into the network, innovative ways to get the services to youth. In Putnam County, we have an iPad project because Putnam County is rural. Right? We know that rural communities, it's different bandwidth, transportation. So we have iPads in the schools that we're rolling out to try to get the kiddos to be able to connect it to telehealth while they're in the schools, because there's a lack of resources in some areas.
What does that look like? Like
What?
you can get excused from class to go
An
talk on
iPad is about this
Yeah,
big. It's a
iPad.
rectangle. It's
11 inches. I get it. Yeah.
We affectionately call it an iPad on a stick.
Okay.
And it's a staff member that walks the student down. And of course, parent permissions. We never do anything without parent consent.
Yeah.
We're very much, because first off, if you're helping the youth and you're not helping the whole family, you're just putting a Band-Aid on the problem anyway.
Right. True.
So we want parents to be involved in this conversation. So school staff would walk a student down and they'd be able to get online and see a therapist.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
huge.
Right
Yeah.
there.
So we're very much, like I said, it's a working document. So we're constantly pivoting how the needs have changed in the community. What can we do differently? Because we're always looking at breaking down any and all barriers to care. And I feel like we're chipping away at it. We really are.
And those barriers, I mean, one of those is wait times, right? I mean, for kids, it can take a long time, almost a month in some cases. So what are you guys doing to kind of chip away at that need to wait for these services?
Bringing in more providers, helping our providers build their capacity as an agency. And I'll give you an example. So say if we were short therapists in 32084, just an example, and we have an agency that's like, well, I want to hire a therapist to serve that zip code, but I want to make sure that their caseload is full with eligible referrals, that we don't have to spin our wheels worrying about no-shows, because no-shows to an agency, that's money in the bank, right, for them if people don't show up to appointments. When you are part of the Brave network, we ensure that you're not going to get a no-show, because we are that conduit for communication. So what we did was we talked to agencies and we said, we can make sure that that therapist that you want to hire, that clinician, that their caseload is full. So therefore, we can help you to build your practice. And we have agency partners that are coming on deck for that, saying, okay, well, we want to start serving this county. We want to start serving this county, and you can help us. So it's a really conducive, like comprehensive system that we've got going on. Like this connects with this. It's tying up the loose ends.
So Jen, what do you say to those people that are out there that this day and age we're coddling children? We're giving them too much of an opportunity. You know what I mean? As for them to just figure it out life itself. What do you have to say to the adversity on there?
So a lot of that is maybe aged viewpoints, not age from aged people, but aged viewpoints. Like the kids are fine. They just need tough love and all this.
Yeah.
That's fine. When we think back in history, right? Think about in history of a family. You usually had your grandparents around, your aunts, uncles, your cousins. You had other adults that were positive in your life that you could access. Family systems are different now. There's a lot of divorces. People move. People are very transient, like moving different counties, states, whatever.
True. Yeah.
So kids don't have that comprehensive support network, right? So as we build that, like with people saying that kids just need to like suck it up or we're supporting them, family systems have changed. So the community, society, we have to look at other ways to how to plug that hole, if you will.
Absolutely.
You know, I wish I could find that study, and I will. Studies show that if there is one adult whose eyes light up when a youth walks in the room, that youth will be successful. All that youth needs is one adult, a positive influence that believes in them. And studies show, I get chilly bumps when I talk about that.
Me too.
Right? Because that's all it takes. Smiling at someone. Hey, how's your day today?
Right. Making them feel seen.
You know, I don't want to get on my soapbox, but we just need to become neighbors again. You know, like asking someone, how are you doing today? Because I know that we're all moving so fast that we don't have time for the answer. But asking someone how they're doing could be that in between that stops them from spiraling into a mental health crisis, you know, thinking that their life is too overwhelming for youth and for adults.
Yeah.
So we just need to be neighbors again and just start being kind to one another more.
Yeah.
This community is fabulous. Like I have to say, and you guys, you know, we joke about Canadian and things. So I feel like I have a different viewpoint coming from a different country to here. St. John's County is a fantastic community with how it supports each other.
Yes.
And since I've been here for about 12 years, I've really noticed the cohesion building. I'll give you an example. We have a resource collective meeting every month, the last Friday of every month, where it's all agencies, everybody can get together to talk about where they're finding holes to fill the gaps in the community. So they're struggling to meet the need of a client. So other agencies are saying, I can help with this. So there's our resource collective meeting. That's the last Friday of every month at the San Sebastian, the Health and Human Services building. There's the COC General Membership meeting, which is the Continuum of Care, which is mainly focused on our homeless or our unsheltered population. Then we have the Prevention Coalition has their community meeting. Then we have the Senior Provider Information Network meeting. So we have meetings. We all got together the other day to see how we could work together as these big, well-attended meetings in the community. How can we help the community recognize where they're going to get the biggest bang for their buck? Like, which meeting should I be attending as an agency? If I serve seniors, I should be over here. If I serve youth, I should be over here. And really shoring up that communication.
Are you cognizant of double servicing? Like, you know what I mean?
Yes.
Okay.
We do not want to be duplicative because it's not... We're all stretched thin, right? I mean, I hear that every day. Everybody's stretched thin. I get it. I mean, people don't have the energy level I have. It's not fun sometimes, but you know, everybody's stretched thin. So yeah, we don't want to do the duplicative services. We want to make sure that everybody is making it the best impact for the time that they are putting into the community.
Smart.
Yeah. Speaking of communities, I mean, you guys are operating now in what, 7 counties?
7 counties.
In our area?
Yes.
And looking to expand into an 8th? Is this true?
Yes, we're looking to expand into an 8th, and we have more counties on deck for next year. We temper the growth, right, of the model, just like we talked about. How there's a lot of things going on behind the scenes as we expand into counties. We want to make sure that we are cashing the checks that we write, that we are doing what we are saying we are doing. We are not going to go into a community if we're not ready to do it yet, because that isn't going to help that community.
Well, I think everyone listening to this is from St. Johns County, well, majority of them, and I think that they would be concerned losing resources since you're spreading out to other counties. Like, how is that going to take away from St. Johns County?
No, not at all. Because what we do when we first go in to talk to a new county is we talk to that school districts to see who their list of preferred providers are. We're not going in there and saying, let's just rip apart everything that you've been doing. What are your pain points and how can we help?
Cool.
So first thing we do is we take their list of preferred providers. So those are the people, the youth behavioral health agencies that these school districts have already established relationships with and they're already working with. We just want to help them tie it up a little tighter so that nobody falls through the cracks. So then when we've taken all those preferred providers, then we already have people in our network like BetterHelp, statewide providers, because that's the thing, we will never take away from a community to help another, because that doesn't make sense.
Doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
That's not supporting the community.
Right.
Yeah.
So we are growing. We have the legislative funds to expand across the state, which is fabulous. same hurdle that I've always had as we talk about Brave expanding. People don't believe that it's true.
Mm.
It's too good to be true. Are you serious that you can do this? Because even the first year that we were in existence, we were like, wow, all this was a system, closed loop referrals, and the empathetic human ear. And look at the impact we made when we took St. Johns County's rate of engagement. What that means is an actual kiddo getting to that intake appointment from 32% from the first year that we were in existence to over 90.
Wow.
In 1 year.
That's incredible.
Mm-hmm.
It's a need. It's
super
absolutely-
proud. I can talk about it all day
You
long,
should
as you
be.
can tell.
Thank you.
Well, you touched on BetterHelp. You guys are also partnering with Togetherall and
Togetherall
Headspace.
and Headspace. We've
What are those all
purchased
about?
room.
And what does that mean for you guys?
Togetherall is almost like a Reddit for behavioral health that is moderated by clinicians to watch in case anyone's like concerning behavior.
In my opinion, Reddit itself should be
Reddit
monitored
is-
by
yes,
clinicians. So there should
exactly.
be some professionals
But
in
think
there.
about this. This is the example that I give. If you are a newly divorced dad with children, you want to talk to other newly divorced dads with children.
Like a forum.
If you are a new single mom, you want to talk to other single moms that are in your situation. So Togetherall will put you in those groups.
Oh, cool.
And it's free. So the Resource Collective in September, Lee Swain from Togetherall is actually going to come and present about the platform and how it works and everything. So he's flying in
Cool.
to present to St. Johns County.
That's awesome.
On,
That's
I think it's
huge.
Friday, September 27th is the Resource Collective, 9 to 11 a.m. at the Health and Human Services building.
That's awesome.
So he's coming in. And Headspace.
Yeah, talk
Awesome.
about Headspace. 'cause
Okay.
We know that word.
Headspace is the meditation mindfulness app that we
Okay.
will purchase you a year. So all you have to do is go to our Instagram and we have the link tree in there where you can find the code to be able to get Headspace for a year.
Anybody.
Anybody. Anybody.
Wow.
Guys, it's really awesome. It's a really cool
It
program.
really is.
Yeah.
I don't ever promote or tell anything that I haven't tried myself.
Yeah.
Right? Because I want to be able to answer the questions that people ask me right off the hop, right? Like right off the top of my head. So I've been using Headspace at night to kind of wind down. Instead of I'll try to read a book, but I get 2 pages in and I'm out, right? Which is
Right.
good,
Yeah.
but then I'm awake. Headspace, the meditate, it gets you in that.
So paint the picture. What does this look like? You get on your phone and
Get
you
on your
say,
phone. Your phone's beside you. Of course, it's always beside you, right?
Right.
It's plugged in beside
Yeah.
you. Put on the Headspace. You get into the mindfulness or the meditation piece. Pick which one that you like. Go through the different ones. Turn it on and chill.
Really?
Yes.
Is it someone like Enya talking to you in the background?
yes, yes, they have all the music. Hey, Enya, she's some.
Enya is the jam.
We love Enya.
I love-
all the me's love Enya.
Love Enya. Yeah, that woman is living the life. She has a
Yes.
castle with a couple of
Dude.
cats, and that's it.
I listened to her when I was flying over the misty fjords when I took a trip to Alaska, and I still that core memory of oh my god,
Love Enya. But cool, Headspace. So how long is a meditation session?
I want to say I've only lasted like 5 minutes.
Cool,
So
okay.
they vary on the app. So you just have to look and find which one works for you because different ones will work for different people. For all of you out there, have ADHD if you can't tell already. I like forest sounds and bird sounds and nature. I feel like it lets me get into what I need to get into to get that restful sleep.
Nice.
And we're bringing in all these tools because of the 25-day wait time that's current, right? We want to have things that can support families in the meantime, right? Because like I said, the 25-day wait for therapy that we're working on to minimize those wait times by bringing in more providers and everything like that, we have to have something put in place in the meantime to help people support because it's not like all of a sudden they're like, oh, I need help with my mental health. Well, now I have to wait 25 days to get into an appointment.
Right. Yeah.
These are some things that we can implement for you that we can help you to access. So no inability to pay because we're taking away that barrier. So we can help you.
So
with
what's
that.
working with the Headspace team like? Were they like, yes, let's do this?
That's
'Cause a
mainly
free
Kayla,
year.
who's now in Duval today, but I
God
wasn't
bless
supposed to say
her.
that. But we are excited to start getting statistics because we don't have any of the stats yet of where we're at with it. So we're
Okay.
just really trying to push it into the community as much as we can.
It's so smart. It's meeting kids where they're at. That's what Pete says all the time.
I mean, you have to, right? And that's what the summit's doing as well.
So fun.
Summit.
Let's talk about it. What's
Oh my
new?
gosh.
What's
So we had
happening?
our
This thing's
first-
growing every year.
Oh my gosh. We had over 1,400 students last year from 21 different counties in the state of Florida.
Jeez.
Fantastic.
That's awesome.
I mean, come on.
Were you ready for that?
So with planning the Florida Man games, you don't really get to see everything until days after as the pictures and everything are kind of coming in.
Yeah.
We are combating that this year with having a time before the summit starts for people to walk through. So, I'll keep you guys in the loop on that one for like all the adults and all the powers that be and everybody to walk through, because part of the summit's magic is that we reduce the amount of suits that are walking through, and nothing against people that wear suits.
No,
but this is for the youth.
Yeah.
So we're very much conscious of that. So we're actually going to open the event about maybe 30 minutes to an hour before the kids arrive, so that some people in the community can come and check it out and see what we're doing and everything. We have secured the date, Wednesday, March 26th. We've been doing really good on these Wednesdays, the early release.
Okay.
Right.
And I mean, as we grow, and like I said, Pete, with the Florida Man Games, there's no script for this, right?
Yeah.
You're like, you want this? How do you make that happen? So you're jumping through all these hoops. We're doing some changes within the event so that it can be a little bit more impactful. Kids are going to be funneled into the different areas of the AMP, but like we started the meeting yesterday, so it's
That's fantastic. Congratulations.
Yeah,
That's
thank
awesome.
you. 5 years.
Oh, wow.
5 years.
And
remember,
what did the first year look like?
the first year was 50 students online because we were just
That's
trudging into
right.
COVID.
Yeah.
Oh, my
Remember?
goodness.
And we were in the
Yeah.
other studio,
Yes.
the cigar factory studio or the cigar office studio. And we were just like, hey, we're going to do this and this is new and we're going to try it. So you guys have supported us since the beginning. So we appreciate you.
Well, it's absolutely awesome what you guys are doing, and
you.
we love to support what you're doing for
Thank
sure. Yeah. So, do you have any secrets you can break on us yet? I have to imagine, because the guests out there, also your performers, your presenters are getting better every year too.
Well,
do you have any? Maybe you don't have to tell us exact names, but do you have any people that you're working on that
I'll
you think
give you a
people will be
hint.
excited about?
I'll give you a hint. I mean, this is lofty, but I'm going to aim for the stars. I'm aiming up there. I'll just give you a hint that, I don't know. I've been trying to talk to this one artist that something about sticks.
Oh,
Yeah, and I'll
something
just
about
leave that
sticks.
sticks. So not Sticks in the River and all the, that 1980s band or
I was
70s
like so
band.
ready.
Whatever.
Come sail away, come sail away. Yes, that would get me brave.
But we really, we want to keep that. We want to entice larger acts to come because we know that that's what will draw some of the youth. But we do walk a fine line because when we get the really, if we were to get a really big, like Selena Gomez, oh my God, Taylor Swift.
Amazing.
It would change the layout of the event because then we would lose the whole back part of the amp. So we're really trying to find someone that will come that has a mental health message, but also is not as huge that would change the vibe of the event.
Right.
So we're trying to like walk that line.
Well, it kind of watered down the reason to be there, right?
Yeah,
you want kids to be there. Of course, you want them to have fun and enjoy themselves. You want it to be an active situation, but you want them to be there for the purpose.
Yes. And the thing is because some people have said, should we go more conference style? We were at a conference and a couple of my colleagues were like, what about this, Jen? And I'm just standing there going, this feels like school. And I love school, but this feels like school.
Too institutionally. Yeah.
No.
Kids don't want to get out of school and then go to school again for another couple hours.
The kids are recognizing the summit. We had a girl that had came for her 4th year that came up to us and was like, I can't come next year. And I'm like, why? And she goes, well, I'm graduating. I said, well, here's my card. Reach out. You want to volunteer? You want to talk about help outreach, because we are making that impact.
And I think you touched on something important. It's for high school age children, right?
High school age youth only right now.
Okay.
A lot of people have been saying to us, what about middle school? What about middle school? It's a large liftoff. It is a really large liftoff, even with the community support. So there are talks about how we can access younger kids, but we're just not there yet.
I mean, it's a little bit different, right? I mean, high school minds are a little bit, more developed than middle school. So that's a whole nother energy that you would have to tap into.
Well, there was some festival attire at the last summit, so I'm glad that they're treating it like a festival.
Okay.
They walked in, I was like, oh, okay.
We're going to Coachella.
Good. But, the correlation between, having a good time and remembering what you were learning when you were having a good time, studies show that it takes like 2 to 3 minutes for you to really remember, to get into that core memory of what you were doing when you were having fun. When you're not having fun, it's like 20 to 30 minutes for you to actually retain, if you do retain that. So that's what I tell people. I'm like, we are tying that good time vibe with the conversation around mental health, and we're not going to stop. We've got to have that.
How do schools get students to the Brave Summit?
Well, we provide all the transportation. We have to have a school champion that accepts the consent forms, because each school district has different field trip study guidelines when they have to submit. If a student is coming that has a medical issue, they have to get a nurse that would attend as a chaperone. And we communicate with the schools. But yeah, we provide transportation. We will send buses to the schools. St. Johns County, they use the school buses because they're local. But outside of the county, we are using charter buses.
Interesting.
So they just need to reach out to me at jennifer.wills@flaglerhealth.org. WILLS, not Willis, please. Just Wills. And I'll fill you in and get you plugged in and get you all the information that you need about getting your kiddos to the summit.
So cool.
Last thing, you guys have a food distribution event coming up.
Oh, that's a big one.
September 19th, right?
September 19th, Publix, SJSO. We will have the mobile clinic out there. SJSO is coming to help direct traffic. It's with Publix Give Back Day, so it's Thursday, September 19th from 3 to 5 p.m. There's no pre-registration necessary. It is a mobile distribution, of course, with Epic Cure with Sunny, who love Sunny.
What a light. Yes.
Right? Yeah. Oh my gosh. And it's going to be huge. So we're hoping to feed between 300 to 500 families. You don't need ID. You roll up in your car. If you need to pick up for another household, when we walk up to your car, we're just going to ask you the statistics that we need for feeding Northeast Florida. And we are going to survey some of the community anonymously, because we need to know where the community is struggling in order for us to address the gaps.
Is it already like predetermined food, or is it?
It will be a box of food that will be predetermined. This is a mobile distribution.
Gotcha.
So
Okay.
a lot of the other Epic Cure distributions are farmer market style.
Right.
But because of the volume, we have to do mobile.
Okay.
But it's still dairy, like breads and meats. I mean, cheeses, grains, snacks.
This is awesome.
I spent $187 on groceries last Friday. That's just for my fiance and myself for 1 week.
Yeah.
So tell me how other families aren't. I don't care how much. I mean, I do care how much money you make, but people are struggling.
Right.
I mean, $187. We didn't get anything bougie. I mean, bacon is bougie right now.
Right. I know. I've been baking it forever.
Oh my God, $7 a bag.
It's a
Right? You
delicacy.
got bacon. You can have a little piece this big.
I know
It's
exactly.
crazy. It really, really is. Jen, tell me where people can find more information, and if there's anything. I think we covered pretty much everything you got
covered
coming up,
everything.
right?
You guys are fantastic. Always on our Instagram. I love our Instagram. We do have UF Health St. John's Care Connect Facebook page that we do post things on. So people can follow us at UF Health St. John's Care Connect.
Okay.
They can also go to @brave.mentalhealth is our Instagram. And our website is www.careconnectplus with the plus spelled out .com, careconnectplus.com.
Cool.
And we have not seen a decrease in the need in the community. So people are reaching out to get navigational assistance so that they don't end up being evicted, having to choose between medicine and food. I mean, we no, just no. So that's us. Reach out to us if you need help.
I love you.
Awesome.
That's amazing.
Thank you so much for coming by.
Thank you.
We always appreciate your time and always appreciate what you're doing.
Thank you. And the female bacon was pretty good today.
The bacon was the Canadian bacon was
The
good.
true
Canadian bacon.
Canadian bacon.
That's right.
Real Canadian bacon.
Very cool, man. Yeah, they got a lot of. I love what they've got going on.
I mean, I'm beaming over here just thinking about all these incredible services going to so many people in our community. That's awesome.
yeah,
Get on that
really
headspace.
cool, man.
I'm telling you, it's a great program.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Cool, man. Hey, you know what else is a great program? Old Town Trolleys.
Hey.
The Green Trains.
All right.
St. Johns County residents are always going to tour free when accompanied by a full fare adult paid guest. To take advantage of this, all you got to do is sign up for your hometown pass at hometownpass.com. Your hometown pass can also be used at the old jail, Potter's Wax Museum, and the Oldest Store Museum experience. Old Town Trolley's free hometown pass is the best way to entertain visiting friends and family. Check them out. They are the Green Trains. They are awesome.
And you know who else is awesome is Steve Chapman's All-American Air. They've been serving St. Augustine and its surrounding counties, including St. John's, Flagler, Duval, and Putnam. Their areas of expertise include warranty and non-warranty service works on all makes and models of AC units. They also have preventative maintenance service agreements, new construction installations, and equipment replacement with high efficiency systems. From the most efficient Lennox home systems to the iComfort Ultra Smart thermostat, they've got all your HVAC products inside. Give them a call today, 904-461-0070.
And of course, Bin 39 Wine Bar right in the heart of downtown St. Augustine on the Orange Street side of St. George Street with their own little courtyard.
Yes.
Which I absolutely love. It's a great place to relax with your friends, enjoy some time away from all the hustle and bustle of downtown. Unwind from work.
So fun.
Gosh, man, it's the
Especially
best place to do it.
Yeah.
What's going on tonight?
Tonight is their backyard bash. So long to summer. Join them
Okay.
tonight from 4 to 7. They'll have some special drinks and some local music going on. Some industry friends will be there with some discounts. It'll be so much fun. So yeah, check it out tonight, 4 to 7 p.m. Bin 39.
That's a great suggestion. Thank you, sir.
It is fun.
Yeah, man. You'll find your new favorite wine at Bin 39.
That's it right there.
And you'll find your new favorite horoscope right now.
Ooh.
Cancer, Leo, Virgo on deck. Jen, are you any of these? Oh,
not for a
Capricorn
while,
was end of the week.
You're on Fridays, yeah.
Yeah, end of the week. All right. We'll start with Cancer.
Ooh.
Cancer, prepare yourself for another emotional roller coaster. Your mood swings will make you as reliable as a wet tissue paper.
Get that headspace.
That chip on your shoulder, it's turning into a full-blown plank.
Oh.
Your loved ones will tire of your endless need for reassurance, and your instinct to retreat into your shell will leave you lonely and more paranoid than usual. At the end of it all, you'll have a heartfelt cry in the shower.
Oh, that's the best place to cry, though.
Well, it all blends in, right?
Yeah.
Leo, proud Leo, you're in for a rude awakening when you realize the world doesn't revolve around you. You'll crave the spotlight, but instead find yourself overshadowed by a talking dog or a viral video of a potato.
Oh.
People will laugh at your expense rather than with you. Your inflated ego will be your downfall as you push people away and end up performing your life's dramatic soliloquy
Oh, nice.
in front of a bathroom mirror.
The bathroom is very
Yeah,
common theme here.
bathroom's a theme
That's
here
like your
today.
safe haven,
Yeah.
everybody.
Virgo. Virgo, you aim for perfection, but this month, perfection is just a myth someone made up to sell self-help books. Your meticulous plans will collapse like a poorly built house of cards. Your coworkers and friends will accuse you of being overly critical, which, let's be honest, you are. The fault finding will only fuel your obsessive worries, leaving you endlessly chasing your own tail.
Round and round.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Round and round we go.
Hey guys, we're super excited about this interview coming up this week. We had Davis Luce coming into studio.
Yeah.
He is so pumped. I'm so excited to talk to him, but I'm just going to give a great shout out right now because I want everyone to save the date for 2 nights at Cafe 11, August 23rd and 24th. Get your tickets. Davis Luce Music and his friends are back in town. We're talking Ethan Phillips and Justin Dukes. So cool. This is open to all ages. Don't miss this incredible trio. August 23rd at the original Cafe 11 in St. Augustine Beach. So cool. And I'm so excited for this interview. It's going to be a great story.
Yeah,
I don't think anyone's
great
ever
guy.
like given like a great interview and a great profile on him as a musician. So this is going to be awesome. Yeah. So yeah, save the date,
Yeah, man.
August 23rd, 24th.
Very cool.
Hey, remember we interviewed the peeps from Rising Tide Productions and their show Maddie? Well,
Yeah.
the world premiere is about to take off. So this is happening again, August 23rd and 25th, or August 23rd through the 25th. So there's
Okay.
3 shows, excuse me. I'll put link in comments for everybody. But yeah, this is happening at Limelight Theater to see Maddie presented by Rising Tide Productions. The show is a retelling of Medea, the myth cycle super prowess of mystic framework for our contemporary world developed by an entirely local creative team. I'm so excited for this production company getting up and getting out and doing some great things and using their talent for the greatest good. So that's awesome. So yeah, Maddie's premiere is happening this Friday at 7:30 at Limelight Theater.
All right, cool. Yeah, that's a good one.
Hey, join UF Health St. John's Foundation for an exclusive evening of Glowing Under the Moon to explore St. Augustine's Lighthouse and Maritime Museum after hours. Enjoy thrilling ghost tours and delicious barbecue in the historic setting. Tickets are $100 a person, and you can email, I'll put link in comments, giving@flaglerhealth.org to purchase. Must be 18 and over to attend. Very awesome. I love anything that's happening with the Great Lighthouse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love the lighthouse.
Yeah, they're always doing great stuff.
Lots of ghosts over there at the lighthouse.
Yes. And Chuck Mead, who's also head of
And Chuck
Lamb.
Mead, who's, yeah.
Love you, Chuck.
Not a ghost as far as we know.
No, he's awesome.
Yeah. If he is a ghost, he's the most realistic ghost I've ever
Totally,
seen
yeah.
in my life. Yeah.
We've interviewed him twice.
Great
so, yeah.
guy. Great guy. All right. At Magnolia Family Dentistry, they are redefining what it means to visit the dentist in St. Augustine and St. Johns County. Magnolia Family Dentistry is not just about clean teeth. It is about a clean and extraordinary experience across the board. From the moment you step through their doors, you'll be welcomed into their state-of-the-art practice that prioritizes your comfort and your well-being. Experience the difference with Magnolia Family Dentistry, where a healthy smile meets exceptional care. Schedule your appointment today by calling 904-824-0990 and see what all your friends and neighbors are smiling so big about. Oh, and Shayla Moore.
No, smiling's
That's
still
me
big.
too.
Still big.
That's me too. Well, you'll be smiling big when you walk through the doors of Shayla Moore.
Yeah.
I'm great at this today. St. Augustine's premier jazz venue, Tapas Lounge, and special events space. Treat yourself to an unforgettable evening where Chef Ellie Rose's artisanal tapas dazzle your taste buds, and Chef Austin crafts fresh, vibrant, and exclusive sushi experiences to elevate your palate. Sip on fabulous drinks while live jazz fills the air, creating the perfect date night ambiance. That is absolutely true. They specialize in private dining, rehearsal dinners, baby showers, luncheons, great parties, and more if you want to rent out their space. It is perfect if you're holding an event from anywhere between 20 to 150 people. Inquire now and reserve your date for the holidays. And if you mention 904 now, you're going to save $200.
It's
on
awesome.
that.
That's major.
Yeah. 45 San Marco Avenue, complimentary parking for guests, 21 and up establishment, 7 days a week from 4 to 11. It's just a great spot. You got to experience it if you haven't already. And if you have, you know it's time to get back.
Yeah, you need to go back. That's
Yeah.
awesome. And Panache, you can go every single day if you want.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, you can.
You can find a reason to go to Panache every day.
Lots of different services to choose from.
Yeah.
They've been living that fabulous life since 1987, and they invite you to join their Pamper Party. Their mission is simple. They're here to sprinkle joy from head to heart, one guest at a time. From a chic haircut to a soul-soothing massage, their team is all about pampering you to the max. Get posh and go to getpanache.com and get with it, boo.
Yeah, man. All right, how we ending the show today?
All right, most hilarious spot-on memes for today. I got to get back to my meme life. All right,
Okay.
this first one. Elmo arrived in the mail like someone from Sesame Street was in the mafia trying to send him a message, right?
That's- you know what? That's what it looks like.
Right. Next up, who dis? When you wake up realizing that you have 4 minutes to get sober, get dressed, and make it to work on time,
I
right?
could do that a lot better in my 20s.
Next up, me texting back 4 days later, continuing the conversation like I just didn't disappear for 96 hours.
Yeah.
It
What,
happens.
is there something that's wrong with that?
Right. Next up, me waiting for alcohol to kick in so I can lose my shyness. There it is.
It's funny.
Next up, this dude gave his girl his shoes because her feet hurt. Just set the bar way too freaking high, bro.
Oh.
That's a little too close for
That's
comfort.
a lot.
Athlete's foot, that's how it happens. Next up, me looking tough for the pretty cashier. My dad paying for the Lego set. Yeah. That's
great.
funny. Next up, introverts preparing to ask for the waitress for extra ketchup.
Oh,
Yes, so nervous.
sure.
Jeez. Next up, does your diaper need to be changed? Toddler. No, also toddler. Yeah. Next up, me using ChatGPT to cheat on my homework. ChatGPT, who wrote the questions, and then my teacher looking sus. Yeah.
ChatGPT not always right.
And finally, I just finally got my tax return. What are you gonna do with it? Me, I'm gonna buy a pizza pouch.
I'm sure. Yeah, naturally.
I need that necklace for the Florida man here.
There you go. Yeah, throw some Augie's pizza in there.
That's all.
All right, man. Good stuff.
Yes,
Thank
man.
you for putting together a good show. Thank you to Jen for coming in. You guys out there for watching, and Rick for pressing all the buttons. We'll see you guys in the morning.
Bye, everybody.